Hello guys, Sujara speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 86. And today we're doing the final part of Believe in Yourself. Well, that's the place to start. What we learned from Arthur. So let's read it now. So we got, shall we? So we got. Now, this is only going to be the final pages in the book. And let's just read it now. So we got, shall we? So we got. I want my students to be creative and think creatively, happy now. So anyway, and bake cakes that might not be nice to. Okay. Believe in yourself, but that's the place to start is what they call it. Well, believe in yourself. But anyway, at the end of the day, always remember to believe in yourself. Good thought. Anyway, confidence is key. Confidence is key. So it's embracing who you are. Arm and his friends celebrate with every single day, and so can you. And I have to agree with this 100%. This is a good example right there with this book. Next page. Anyway. I saw it on Bedtime Stories. That's just me. But it's not part of my thing which will be coming up in Arthur jokes. But that's just me. Anyway. Have you heard of this saying, practice makes perfect? Yeah, I have to agree with that. Anyway. DW proves that when she sees something you have to keep trying until eventually you get the hang of something new. And I have to agree with that. And then something that DW does not want to do, is something he want to do, is make bandages over it. Anyway, I don't care if it takes till I'm 21. DW, do something. Anyway, and I'm one giant scab. No. And I'm going to learn to do it, this, DW said from DW's, DW Rise Again, Season 1 episode. Now, if you haven't saw my Bedtime Stories episode, DW Rise Again, go check it out. DW has some bandages, and I felt worried for DW at this point. Excuse me, misspoke. Anyway, next page. Anyway. That one bits and pieces seed. Anyway, Buzz may be just a kid, but he's lucky to discover that the greatest job you can have is doing work that you love. Okay. He gave me 73 cents and a sticker of a cold card and a button for my joke. Buster said. Anyway, I got paid for writing a joke. I'm a professional, like me, of course. Buster said it from the Buster's Growing Grudge episode of Season 3. Now that one, I've seen bits and pieces of that episode. Anyways, next page. Anyway. That one, I talk about during Bedtime Stories episode. Anyway, have you ever faced a big moment? When Arthur is asked to write a speech, he needs help and DW writes an occasion. She has confidence to spare. I'll make a speech for you. No, you won't, DW. Anyway, I have lots of ideas on how to run the country. DW Arthur from Arthur Meets the President. Sorry, DW, but he needs to do a speech on his own. Next page. Anyway, everyone have an opinion about what you write, share, or say to others. That was a good thing, book, by the way. When you write, think of being true to yourself. Number 1, have a begin, the middle, and end. 2, using details, and 3, be creative. To write a story. Anyway, don't worry about what you think people want to hear. Just tell your story the way it means the most of you, Mr. Ratburn said from Arthur Writes a Story from Season 1. Now, all of this makes sense to Mr. Ratburn. And all of this is made the drawings. Voiced by Arthur Holman from people who brought you Sagwa, the Siamese Chinese cat. From season, but I don't know, for the dad part, I don't know what to do. But Mr. Ratburn Yeah, I have to agree with him 100%. Anyway, if you feel good about yourself, you'll notice that you're smiling a little more, and you're happier around others. Okay, and they'll be happier about you. It's okay to feel all your emotions, but you're feeling extra grouchy. Oh God. Anyway, tell somebody who will listen and support you. Now, I'll have to talk about DW's Guide to Perfect Manners some other time. Anyways, nobody likes to grouch, so smile a little, said DW from DW's Guide to Perfect Manners. Anyway, and I have to agree with this grouchy voice from the moms from DW. Give it advice. Jeez. Next page. Anyway. Now, have you ever had to overcome the upscale? George discovers he has dyslexia. Yeah, one of George's different sides. You know what I mean? And is afraid of being honest with his friends. I felt worried for George at this point. You know, difference when George is and being a puppeteer at this point, just like Jim Henson did from the Muppets. You know, that's just me. It was a great idea. And then all of that, it was a good example right there, George. You gotta be listening to the Muppets, you know? Talk like that. I don't know. But they support him no matter what, you know? Wally, I need your advice. Kids are find out how much trouble I have read and write and such. Excuse me. Says by George Lewis Puppet Wally. From The Boy in His Head in the Clouds from season 6. That one I have bits and pieces and did not see. And this one is gonna be a maze. See here, oh hold on. See here, was it? You pointed. I'm pointing the wrong way. Anyway, different wrong ways. Anyway, see here, there's George. I'm in the wrong way. George and Wally. Now Wally is a giraffe, and George is a moose. Okay? Makes more sense now, huh? Next page. Anyway, DW wrote the book. On believing yourself. When this kind of convention, you could do anything. Now get out there and do it. And a skeleton on Arthur's room? Really, DW? DW's not allowed Mary Moo Cow in the bad show. Yeah, Arthur, Mary Moo Cow is DW's show, and I really love. It was a parody of Barney per se. You know, have to think about Arthur as a PBS show. Barney and Arthur are always based on PBS shows from the 90s. You have to think about it. Anyway, that song can't stop me because I can't read. DW said from DW's name game. Now, DW, I'm sorry, but you gotta stay out of Arthur's room. Jeez. Anyway. It's a part of our. You have to be part. You gotta understand royalty. You know, that's just me. Next page. Anyway, we're almost done with this book, and we'll be done with this. Anyway, we're at the. How long is this page? Anyway, we're at the 9-minute mark, and we're still finishing up this book. Anyway, one of the best words a teacher can get is hearing the students laugh. And appropriate times, of course, Mr. Ratburn said. Anyway, we live in a wonderful kind of day. Hey! Anyway, always leave room for fun, imagination, and play. You can count on Arthur and his friends to discover and share the joy, okay? Laughter and silliness and all the moments of life has to offer. This doesn't make more sense now. Anyway, this is all. It makes more difference between. Oh, I can see Buster. Anyway, sure. And All this makes more sense to me. Even the way you gotta draw the animations more different, which by the way is gonna be canceling on Monday, which we'll see in the episode. By the way, next page. Anyway, for comes in all places, shapes and sizes, and libraries unlocking unlimited numbers of worlds, both real and imaginative. Okay, I can't pronounce this word. Sorry. Having fun isn't hard. We got a library card. I gotta sing this song. Sorry, cause I got a song stuck in my head. Anyway, having fun isn't hard. We got a library card. Arthur and Friends from Arthur's Almost Live, Not Really Music Festival from season 3. Now, I saw the episode. It was a great episode to begin with to see the song. You know, seeing here. Arthur, Buster, Frenzy, Muffy, and the Brain. You know, everything like the library card song, you saw it on the episode. And you see the live action version of it on YouTube. Go check it out. Anyway. Next page. Anyway. With Rain, every day, which I have to talk about next episode of Bedtime Stories, which is Arthur's Family Vacation. Anyway. Arthur thinks his vacation is doom. No it wasn't. Anyway. But he also shows us that with imagination and problem solving, you can fill your day with fun. Okay? I never realized that there's so many fun things to do in the rain, Dad said from Arthur's Family Vacation. For the Cow Festival. And no offense, Arthur, but you had to the umbrella and other things will be good enough to see what's deal with the Cow Festival, you know? The umbrella is more important, would make more sense to when you get in the rain, pouring down rain. Okay? So it makes a difference. Okay? Next page. Anyway. I never heard of this episode. Anyway. When the internet service goes out, the game panic, okay? But then discovers that the world continues on. And it's still fun to be had. Despite there's disbelief. Excuse me, misspoke. Anyway. Guys, I think the internet is gone. I felt worried for the guy from Arthur at this point, but this is a big difficulty from the whole internet issue. I have to say that I have internet in the house somewhere. Go do an expanded cable box. Jeez. Anyway, that can happen, can it? Arthur had never heard this character before in my life. Madonna from longest 11 minutes of some season 22. Now, with Donna, I have not heard of you before, and you are great in this. And it kind of reminds me of that character from season 16, which I've never seen before. She was great to friend to DW. Makes more sense now, huh? Next page. Anyway, that one I've seen Emily before. Now I've not seen much about Emily in my live period. In the early seasons, you guys see Emily bits and pieces. Anyway, have you ever wished you were older? If true, DW form. After she watches the TV show about fantasy weddings, which is good enough, she immediately decides she can't wait. Hint: being a kid is no more fun. Enjoy it. DW, I'm sorry, but is that marriage too young for you? I mean, seriously. I mean, when I was 12, I wanted to marry someone, but I couldn't because I wasn't getting ready to get married yet until I had to find some girls that I'd find. I couldn't find it anywhere until years later. Until I was an adult now. You know, just want to get ready to get prepared for more stuff. As Miss Sanders told me, you are too young. You have to be in your 20s. Now I'm in my 20s now. Watch Miss Sanders, you know. I just feel like I did not have a chance to get married, you know, at that time frame. So if you watch this Caitlin Mathis, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. Anyway. My dad said I could have a wedding when I'm older. No, you're not. Anyway. That was an hour ago. Now I'm older. You can be my bridesmaid. No, you're not, DW. DW Emily from DW's are not entitled to not from season 14. That episode is probably the weakest episodes of season 14 I've ever seen. Now, see here with DW's marriage, and I don't know what to do, but I've not heard of it. But I'll record it as soon as possible. Next page. Anyway, times go slowly when you're away from those you love. Kate and Powell are my best friends. Agree, 100%. Anyway, but you will learn just how much Powell realizes of Kate when they have to be separated. Now, at the time I saw it from Rugrats episodes. One time, their babies talking and you don't want to see a show you're going to see. And it was so bad for Tommy, Chucky, Phil and Lil, and Angelica at this point. See the difference here for Reptar? That's just me. Goodbye, dearest Kate. I know it's herself. Only be for an hour. But it'll feel like 7 hours to me, pouted Kate. From The Secret Life of Dogs and Babies, season 6. But, it was great and all, but, we're just gonna finish. That's just crying. I felt worried for Kate at this point. Blame the parrot. Jeez. Anyway. Oh, man. Okay. Don't let self-combinations, the way I pronounce this word, sorry, get in the way of fun. Jen's afraid to go into Muffy's slumber party. Okay? Because she went to bed. I felt worried, I felt worried for Muffy. Sorry about that, but it's just terrifying. Saw her make up the couch before, and when Molly just wet the couch before, and I saw, as a kid, when I say, from the time I was, when I would see diapers, and I was only, when pull-ups to say, when I was born until I was like 12, I always went bad, That's just me. Anyway. But she runs it's not big deal. No big deal. I have to agree with that. Okay? We all have embarrassing things happen sometimes. And then someone said they remember me from when I was in diapers. But George, I don't know what to do. Anyway. Everyone wears diapers. It was where we did. Why do adults bring it up? What happened to Snoopy before he passed away in that fall in April of 2 years ago? That's just me. George and Buster from Jenna's Bedtime Blues. No, I thought it was Muffy, but it was Jenna. And I felt worried for both Jenna and these two. And I just don't know what to do. Next page. Anyway. When Muffy, Buster, and Arthur attended a cooking class with a famous chef. Oh my. Anyway. He dishes out some classic wisdom about the so many situations in life. Okay? I was trying to not make a mess. Okay? Cooking is messy. Life is messy. You must enjoy the mess. See what the difference here? Anyway, Muffy and French's prep food from Buster's. I never heard this episode. Anyway, Carpool Catastrophe from season 15. Excuse me. That one I have not seen yet. But I'll watch it as soon as possible. Anyways, we're almost done with the book. Anyway, and we'll talk about history about the books, and of course we're going to be done with the basic books. Anyway, we're almost done here, just in case we're going to finish up Bedtime Stories episode, and we're done. Anyway, we're 19 minutes away from the book, and we're going to be done. Anyway, believing in Arthur, how could Arthur came to be, okay? Making books. I was literally rescued by Arthur. It was 1975. Same year as the Robin McNeil Report came on PBS, which is my childhood icon. So both Robin and Jim got me inspired to make Robin to watch NewsHour at the time. So Mark Brown, you saved me to watch Robin and Jim before Jim's passing. I'm proud of you, Mark Brown. Anyway, in the college where I was teaching clothes, wow. I was suddenly unemployed and I was worried. I felt worried for you, Mark Brown. What I was going to do now? And then I met Bedtime Story where my son changed my life. This is Arthur. He is worried about his nose. Which I explained during Bedtime Stories episode already. Anyway, I was worried about something as well, which I'm not going to say too at this point. Sorry. Anyway, and there was the answer right in front of me. Okay. I was tell stories just like my grandmother and grandmother has done to me and my sisters. We love Grandma 4. And I have to agree with my grandmother Jefferson at this point. She loves me. And always Margaret will always love her Grandma 4. 100%. Anyway. Spooky stories. That's good enough. Anyway. Her spooky stories. Anyway. And was squeal for joy and horror when she took out her false teeth. Okay. Is that going to make sense to you? Or is it going to make more joyful to you? Anyway. For each and every one of us, our child plays an important part of who we are and what we become. Most people grow up in their childhoods, okay? I grew up in mine when I started making books. My memory became a beginning of Arthur's imagined world, okay? Which is good enough, okay? I could very remember the joys, heartbreaks, messiness, and dignity of being a third grader. Have to agree with you, Mark Brown. I have 3 little girls take care of me when I was in second and third grade together. Anyway. Right there in Miss Kinson's third grade classroom, there was began. In elementary school, I was getting some trouble from daydreaming and drawing during class. Now it's my job. I have to agree with the whole daydreaming and drawing. My filming and technician career is my job. You know, that's just me. Anyway, because the characters in Arthur's world were inspired by my classmates. Good for you, Mark. You know, family and teachers. Yeah, okay. Kids feel that art's authentic and sometimes completely real. Okay. I once got a letter from a young reader asking for Francie's phone number. I never want to ask that again. That's a no-no. Anyway, speaking of phone numbers, after I put out a Real House phone number in the Art of Office Space Skin, which I talk about during Bedtime Stories, okay? Every November the call will begin. It's over there. My wife, Lori, at the best response. Noise at the library. We haven't since moved and don't get ideas. Okay. Kids want to believe that aardvarks go to the library. And schools have to be as an issue just like they do. Okay. Okay. They believe in the worlds that writers and artists bring to life, and because of that, books can be magical. Like mine's books are going to be coming up in 2023. Just be lookout for that. Anyway, it could be. It's important. Most important thing I learned as an author and illustrator, which is you, by the way, Mark Brown. Anyway, creating the magic isn't easy, though. Which is in my brain. my humor, everything. There are no boring writers. I have to agree with that. Anyway, I have made erasers. I have lots of mistakes. Yes, I have to agree. I haven't done as many as 30 drafts in each story before I show it to the publisher. Yeah. It's called Little Brown Company, which I talked about in the 2 episodes ago. Anyway. Then my editor saves the day with a wonderful suggestion. My first book, Arthur's Nose, was published in 1976. Same year as the Met-Year Report came out. Anyway, after 6 long months of revisions, okay, and the process, I learned that the picture book is like a delicious, scale, with words on one side and pictures on the other. Makes more sense. Anyway, you use words to do only what your pictures you can't do, and I have to agree with that, Mark. Anyway, my stories usually begin with the incidents that happened to me as a child or to my kids while growing up. Okay? 100% on that, Mark. Anyway, sometimes kids tell me what they want Arthur and his friends to do next. Arthur's underwear. I want to talk about this in episodes of bedtime stories, but that's just me. Anyway, grew out of a request that I heard many times, that I have to write a book. Why is the word underwear so hilarious? Now, why is the word boxer so hilarious? Now, I have to talk about that because I wear these boxers or underwear or, let's say, pull-ups, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever story I'm writing, it's basically based off of Danbo said, what color is your underwear? And then Dan be like, what underwear? Anyway. I always try to make readers laugh. Agree with that. Anyway. Which I talked about bedtime stories episode, which is made me feel like criticism in a way. Anyway. I think kids learn the best through humor. I get excited. Which is part of Mark's Brown humor. Now, see here is a picture of Mark Brown when he was a third grader like me, wear a necktie like this. But you know, he always wears neckties. Like me, when I used to wear neckties. I don't do it anymore. I wear a leather jacket, a necktie, things like that. Next page, anyway. Okay. About taking kids into a new space that will change the mood. Okay. If kids read a book about an aardvark wanting a pet, they're not looking for philosophy or logic. Okay. Now, where's this at? I don't know. Oh, yeah, there we go. Next page, anyway. They want to open the book about Arthur. They're explaining that fine. Okay? Making TV shows. Now, here's one example about this book. See, here is 2002 when he celebrated with Carol Greenwood as the Emmys. Where Arthur was won Best Animated Children's Program, which is good enough. See here, Mark Brown with Carol Greenswald, excuse me, misspelled anyway. But that's just me. Anyway, one study after April Day in 1993, okay? Which is, by the way, I wasn't born yet when this happened. Anyway, as I was finishing the art for the 23-year-old book in the series, Arthur's New Puppy. Anyway, the program, it was Carol Greenswald, a television producer at WGBH in Boston. Now, WGBH, I saw it before. I went to PBS one time as a kid. No, as an adult. I was only 18. And I went to the news hall headquarters, which is good. Anyway, she and her kids have attended a talk that I gave to West Chancellor Public Library, which is good enough. Anyway, now she wanted to use Arthur for an animated TV show that inspires kids to read. I have to agree, yeah. What a great idea. Yeah. Anyway, I seen learned that Carol has lots of great ideas. I have to agree with Carol 100%. Anyway. And she would guide Arthur to become the longest running animated children's show in history. 100%. I agree with that. 100% agree with that. Anyway. After 15 years having Arthur all by to myself, which is good enough. Anyway. Sharing him with others and with possibility, the most difficult thing I have to do. Well, I saw the living books before, which you saw in my videos on my main channel, but that's just me, which is good enough. Anyway, so as a part of the team, and they were asking so many questions, like, do you draw a floor plan of Arthur's house? Okay. How does Arthur walk? Francine's family like? Where does Buster live? What can you make a map of Edward City for the animators? Okay. And how could we most exclusive show characters from different cultural backgrounds, social, I can't pronounce this word, sorry, levels, and family situations, as well as with various difficult disabilities and religious I can't pronounce this word, sorry. Differences, yeah, that's just me. That would be the word I'm talking about. Anyway, I have entered a whole new world of fear that I might not be ready for it. Okay? But right away, I was struck by how simple making books and TV shows actually is. Okay? You still write your story, cast and costumes your characters, and design the sets. But with animation, we have the luxury, if I pronounce it anyway, of sound and movement. 100% agree with that. Anyway, I can shout action. Anyway, instead being forced to pick just one moment in freeze frame in a single scene. Just like pictures, books, the script is a foundation of each episode. It must be strong. Okay. We're not looking to fill out our 11-minute episodes, which we saw during recent shows, which is 11 minutes long, and Pepper Ran and other shows that I've seen as a kid. There you go. With frantic nonsense or violence, it's just bad for you. Anyway, kids deserve better, which is I agree. Disney's one Saturday morning ABC, Toon Disney, and so forth, which I've seen as a kid. So is PBS. Anyway. And so is SpongeBob, for one thing. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot better from this little things of 11 minutes shows. Anyway, for 40 minutes each. So, and 11 minutes also has an Orange TV show for modern days. Anyway. This is serious work. Agree with you, Mark Brown. Anyway. Each member of the team comes to annual writers meeting with a list of story ideas. Pictures can be as funny as where do all our socks go? Or as short as 2 words, Dex Wars. One of the writers will find an avenue for a specific idea and a gem for a story will immigrate. How to pronounce this word? Sorry. 5 writers who understood who kids was critical. I remember interviewing our first head writer, Kay Sarbogarish. How to pronounce this word? Anyway, his last name. Sorry. And seeing his face light up when I asked him about his childhood. When he told me that his mom let him know, and his brother picked out a new wallpaper in the dining room, which is good enough. A Wild West cowboy theme, and that they lobby to replace the dining table, with a pool table. Okay. He got the job, connected with a unique, childlike mindset, and what makes a great Arthur script. Now, see here in the picture was his nephews and Mark Brown with an Emmy Award. And his nephews Leo and Julian, Emmy Award fees caught in my studio. Yeah. And the book says Dinosaurs Beware. Never heard this book before, but that's just me. And you saw Buster, see here, but that's just me. Anyways, next page. Anyway, I've learned quickly how a director came up shape a story. Anyway, by knowing the possibilities of limitations of animation. Okay. After 25 years, Greg Bailey has directed every single episode. Wow. Same as every episode that he did from The Busiest World of Richard Scarry. Okay. With command of craft and exotic knowledge of a content with hundreds of episodes. Over 253 episodes in total, that is. Anyway. We better remember that what our characters did in each story. Because kids sure do. 100% agree with that, 100%. Anyway. We sprinkle our humor for adults in every episode as well. Hoping to manage parents and caregivers to watch along with kids. When you share a book or a TV show with a child, you have the powerful opportunity to extend that story in personal ways to share your own values and ideas. I like to think that we begin conversations for families. That makes more sense to me. Now, one drawing I seen was about Mr. Rogers, and I never heard of it before for that drawing. See here, anyway. In his Pittsburgh office, I made this drawing of him. This is from 1996. Wow. I mean, he met Mr. Rogers in that day. See here was a drawing of this neighborhood in this Pittsburgh office. I felt like happy for him at this point. And there's Arthur with Power DW. Anyway, I'll go over the making friends and making it, and then we'll be, let's say, done with this, but that's just me. Anyway, I'll be done with some of the rest of the book, and it's going to take a few more pages to wrap things up, but, it's not going to take very long, but, that's just me. We took a long time to finish the whole book, but that's just me. Anyway, making friends. One of the most rewarding aspects of working on the show was getting to know the talented behind the scenes. Mr. Rogers, better known as Fred Rogers, that is, was one of our first guest stars in Arthur, and he became a great friend. Wow, okay. The day I probably treasured the most with Fred was when he became in my studio to film a show about Miss Body having asked this word, animation for kids. Now, what it is just an episode called Arthur Meets Mr. Rogers, which is good enough. I've seen an episode before, which is a good idea. Anyway, while our crew was setting up, we had time to talk, okay? Fred said, "Tell me about your grandma Flora." It was as he said, reached right in my soul, tearing up, and I told him how she would save $2 or $3 a week for my college education. Okay, and how once she opened her bottom dresser drawer, she was there was all the drawings I given her. Okay, Fred said she saw his grandfather. Wow. A special person in his own childhood. That makes more sense. Anyway. And then he said that something about I never forget. Every child needs just one person to believe in them to make it. Now, kind of reminds me of the movie that came out recently, 4 years ago. It's actually 3 years ago, by the way. Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers, called Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood in 2019. But that's just me. Anyway, I think that this is what I mean when I make teachers. So many of them become that one person who can change lives. Wow. Okay. Good teachers care deeply about their students and make profound difference in their lives of many children. Dad, if you're watching this, Mr. Rogers for you. Anyway. Teachers are my heroes. I have to agree with that. If you saw this in Savannah for Mark Brown character, you know what I mean. Anyway. Every day they were so quiet, they are quietly helping to shape the next generation of citizens and leaders, okay? I certainly want to be doing what I'm doing now if it wasn't for Nancy Bryan, my high school art teacher. I have to agree with that. One day she told me to get my portfolio and draw me into the Cleveland Institute for Arts for an interview. I left that day with invitation to return in the fall of a full scholarship. Now, here she was in a photo seen here, and there is she in 1964. Okay, making it. Arthur has been our friend now for over 45 years. Wow. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that Arthur's been on for the books and TV shows for nearly over 45 years. The book has been there, then the TV show for 25 years. Oh my god, it makes more sense. Anyway. And the show's been enjoyed for over 25 years. Exactly. Anyway. For me, the best part of the Arthur experience has been getting to speak to kids across the country. United States country, that is. Anyway, the things that always impressed me most about the team was their honesty, okay? About them was their honesty, okay? That makes more sense. At the end of school, visited the Dallas, Texas. I had this class. They have questions about eager second grader. Quickly raised his hand. If your favorite act offer, how come you are dead? He asked. Not next question. Now, seen here was a picture again of Arthur during a Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade in 1997. Now, in New York City, this is a drawing of him seen here. It was a great example, featuring Katie Couric and Will Scott. Anyway, Arthur debuted at Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City. Arthur was one of 7 giant balloons to make it all the way to 34th Street on a very windy day. Now, it came out when all of a sudden, Barney popped out of nowhere, in the windy day. That's just scary. Anyway, I was asked to speak at the university students. I have to agree. Who should graduate. As I struggle with writing my talk, I asked my youngest son for some suggestions. They are freaking out. Dad, just give me them to some advice about what to do. All of his friends always wrote the speech for me. What I learned from Arthur. Now, here are some 7 or let's say 9 facts from Arthur. Okay, number 1. Expect detours. DW word will tell you that you're big trouble. The worst yet to come. Now, it's terrible. You know what I mean? I will add that detours can offer adventures, discoveries, and opportunities. 2. Okay. be assertive. Go after what you want. Each of us is I pronounce this word, capable of making what powerful comments. But first you need a story goal, okay? Number 3, be nice. Remember to say please and thank you, okay? And a sense of humor can be helpful as well. Number 4, accept how the offer as well. We all in this together. Number 5, okay? Know your business, who know you who you are. Okay? People are drawn to those who are strong and know who they are. Be that person. Okay? Number 6. Okay? This will be very important, okay? Always tell the truth, okay? You are always a good as your character and conscience, okay? Number 7, okay? Life is a progress. Maybe Mr. Rogers, better known as Fred Rogers, that is, said best. Discovering the truth about ourselves is a lifetime's work. Okay? But it's worth the effort. I have to agree, Mr. Rogers, 100%. Anyway, number 8. Okay? No matter how hard we plan, okay? Destiny takes over, okay? Be open to change. It's not about you. I have to agree. At one time I talked about Miss Graham's class. You don't talk about one other person, talk about me. And that's why I did it, and then say, it's not about you, it's about somebody else, blah, blah, and all that crap. You know what I mean? Years later, but, I think Mark Brown is right, I just wanted to say, don't talk about another. Miss Graham was wrong about this. Miss Graham, if you watch this episode of Bedtime Stories right now, I have to disagree with you right there. Justify about you broken these 9 rules about what we learn about Arthur. Anyway, and 9, okay? True success is doing what you love to do, okay? Make a commitment and go after your best, okay? Love what you do, and you don't love what you're doing. Keep looking. Now go out there and stay strong and keep dreaming. Thank you, Mark. Your memoir has been made me feel heartwarming for me. Anyway, I will always be 8 years old. My heart said it all. My brain said it all. Everything else said here. Anyway. The rest of us has grown up over the years. Makes more sense now. And I think that Arthur has helped us to do that. Little did I know, way back in 1976, the year the McNeil Lehrer Report came out, which I inspired these 2 gentlemen. Dave Bowe, Bob Show, and Ray Fox. These 5 are going to be thankful for me to do what I do most, to read this Arthur book. Anyway. When I wrote the last line, Arthur's nose, which I talk about in Bedtime Stories episode, by the way, there's a lot more to Arthur than his nose. Okay? Just how true that would really be. Okay? In March 2020, I went to visit Erie, Pennsylvania, where I grew up, which is good enough. And the librarian showed me the real read copy of Arthur's Nose. Now, seen here is a picture of the rare copy of Arthur's Nose by Mark Brown. This is a 1976 original copy of Arthur's Nose. That was Mark Brown's true love and acknowledgement. Anyway, we're only 3 pages away to finish this book, and I'm so done. This is going to be an hour long, and I'm going to be done with this. Anyway. Acknowledgements. Only the rarest thing you best do can be good enough for the young, says by Walter D. Lair Mark. Okay? How's that for a high bar? The book would not have come to without a superb Arthur, okay? Team. Who helped shape that many Arthur books and television programs with knowledge, love, and care. Together we have always aim for the high bar, okay? Looking for the world to find what's meaningful for the children who want and where I be without the many children who welcomed me into their imaginations and decided I was funny. You always allowed me to do what I love the most as a child, daydream and draw. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Yeah. My graduates at Cleveland Institute of Art with the faculty always encouraged me to experiment, and where 5 years of study taught me, among many other things, there's an element of mystery is always helpful. Okay? I'm fortunate to work with these three distinguished publishers, Real Broad Company, which I talked about in Bedtime Stories episodes. Anyway, who first took a chance to improve me, and this book is witness their enduring confidence and support. Ram House, which I seen during the VHSs of Arthur VHS tapes, which is probably sponsored by Solely Wonder, by the way. Anyway, Slash Narv, who helped me connect to the younger Arthur viewers, which I have to talk about in Bedtime Stories another time. Anyway, and my newest friends at Scholastic, which I'll talk about during Bedtime Stories. That's just me. Jeremy McLaughlin, my first editor, who saw something in me that I couldn't, to extraordinary editors and art directors who have shared their precious time, teaching me so much over the past 40-some years, Janet Skolman, O. Rossum, Dr. Seuss, wow, Ted Geisel, that makes more sense. Anyway, Miranda Caldwell, Maria Magallo, Kathy Goldsmith, which I've seen most about her books. Anyway, that's just me. And Darrell, Ricky Levinson, Phyllis Fogelman, Elizabeth Warren Lynch, Nancy Hinkle, Lisa Baker, Patty Harris, and of course the team of Andrea Spooner, Veronique very Sweet, and Esther Casa. I can't pronounce the last name, sorry. Who helped me tell this story. Anyway, special thanks are also due to my television family. Carol Greenwald, who thought me this should happen, and Alice Cowd, and Linda Shrimsky, I pronounce her last name, sorry, at PBS, my childhood favorite channel as a kid, and it used to be today. Who made it happen? My hero, Fred Rogers, which is my childhood growing up. By the way, anyway. Tina Cassidy, Leslie Taylor, Carisha Sofferson, Daya Delar, Toba Taylor, Ron Weigsberg, which I've seen him producing the episodes. Anyway, the late Michelle Curtis, who passed away. Anyway, Bridget Sullivan, David Bernstein, Jeff Garmo, Margaret Nasu, Deb Frank, Jeff Adams, Perry Valentine, Cabby Wall. That was good. Anyway, Jacqua, Deegan, Greg Bailey, who's great at directing, by the way, which I mentioned in the episode earlier. Here is Peter Hirsch, which I've seen in the video before. Go check out this Monday. Be looking out for that. Anyway. Ken Swarberger, haven't announced it. Sorry. Joe Fallen. Many other great wires. My son producer, John Brown, which I'll talk about in the video on Monday. So be looking out for that. It's a very long film. Anyway. Michael Yorsbaum. Anyway. Who is the voice of Arthur in the original days, and now he's the voice of somebody else. Anyway, which I'll see in the video Monday. Be looking out for that. Anyway, and Michael Collaz, and the first act voice of Arthur and DW. along with director Deb Toffin. Best cast voice actors I've ever hoped for. Gary Cabell and all the terrific storybook artist Ziggy Marley, which I've seen him performing Believe in Yourself, which you're seeing this Monday, as well as him seeing Love Power, which we'll talk about this Monday. Anyway, and other many guest stars who helped make some of the most important stories come to life. Wow. A few of the who made this: Joy Sawyer, my mascot amigos, R.L. Stein, which I'll talk about during another project. Anyway. And Peter, we're getting these how to pronounce his name, sorry. Anyway. And Maura Bush, who took us there. Steve Kersey, Paul Dangzier, Marin Hafner, Patrick Bell, Jim Marshall, Julie Sue, Golan Struggs, George Barbara Bush, who passed away now. If you want to check out the PBS NewsHour special reports on George Bush death, go check it out. Anyway, and Bob Freeman. Now, before I say any more names, Mr. Rogers with Arthur. This is a season 2 premiere. Yeah, if you want to check it out, go check it out. It's a great episode. Now, the last page of the book, and we'll be in the book. Anyway. Richard O'Connor, Michael Barham, Rich Michelson, Jackie Harnett, Pamela Dixon, and 35 North Street team. Stephen Harlan Kellogg, which I saw Kellogg's and say, those are Fruit Loops, by the way. Anyway, and Emily, who expected Election Claus. Wow, that makes more sense. Anyway, Mike and Sheldon, Joe and Chuck Corvez, David Bell and Rob Cliff, the Darkmans. That makes more sense. Anyway, all of our friends at the American Folk Art Museum, Marietta and John Beer, Susan Barner, Tara Marietta, the high school in Bath, Maine, my sister's body, Cole and Kim, my super kids and grandkids, Tolan and Tucker, Eli, Christiana, Sky, and Bella, and the many special people I don't have in space to mention here. That's okay, Mark, you gotta say something. Anyway, the biggest, best of thanks goes to my partner, co-collaborator, and wife, Dolly Gracie Brown. Okay? We want to learn the experience of ore, and that even the interior of refrigerator can be a work of art, and I'm grateful to have for her. To more than I can say, I have learned that love is the best water a God can ever have. Okay? It's good enough for health art for Mark Brown. You can be smarter than that. Anyway, like a trained artist or a parent, an author needs courage, trust, and most importantly, knowing that when you get go. Okay. It's a concept I struggle with. It's my hope that it's the last author book that celebrates the gifts from each of you that helps shape this glorious adventure. Now onward I go with more new projects unfolding. Authors and artists never retire. Isn't this life wonderful? Said by Mark Brown. Now, this is the last book of Arthur, and this is the last thing I wanted to read. It's not the end of Mark Brown's career of Arthur right now, but this is not the end of bedtime stories related to Arthur. This is Arthur, the Buster, the Francine, and Muffy in the Spain. So, yeah. So that was, oh my god, we're over an hour to read this book. The final 4 chapters of the book. And that was the end of Believe in Yourself. Was that the place to start? What I Learned from Arthur by Mark Brown. What do I think about this book? I think was the bestest book ever to make creative in the book in the entire Arthur history. You know, Arthur should have been the best book I haven't seen in years, man. If you haven't checked out this Arthur book, go check it out. And DJ Bob, if you watch this book right now, go check it out. You'll be. I'm very excited for you. You are one. I see you interviewing Mark Brown. You were very. I'm very excited for you, but that's just me. We're over an hour of this novel episode of Bedtime Stories. Excuse me. Episode number 86. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one, which is going to be Arthur's Family Vacation. I promise you, we're going to read you Arthur's Family Vacation tomorrow. That will be me. Till next time, so Justin, bye, peace out, baby. We get more bedtime stories, guys, pretty soon. Till then, Justin out. See ya.